Here is an excerpt from the program, L'heure des pros, broadcast on the French television channel CNEWS. You will find under this video the link to the original video which dates from July 7, 2021 at 9:30 a.m.
In 81 to 82, we are still on TF1. And for the first time it is announced that one day, in a program called Temps X, it will exist, independently of the central banks, and thus of the control which is exerted by its banks, a currency that will be encrypted and that in fact, will be based on exchanges between individuals, outside of any control. And we said to ourselves that this currency will be digital. It was quite daring, because at the time we didn't think about it at all.
Did you really say that? Because I can verify it.
Yes, it was verified.
The word digital already existed at that time?
Of course, the word digital had already existed for quite some time. And so we announced that, and as it was also linked to the internet phenomenon and to cell phones, we had made a prospective program that day. We were not believed, and anyway the information was lost over time. However, in 1992-93, Igor and I, after leaving TF1, decided to engage in research, and so we took up doctoral theses in the context of the École Polytechnique and other great institutions of knowledge. So we enter this great crossing that allows us to meet many people, and we settle in a laboratory called Micro-Archi. Micro-Archi is run by a genius, someone who is wonderful and whose name is François Mizzi.
The PBB of its complete name, Pocket Big Brain, Touchscreen Keynote, and the idea of the French François Mizzi in 1977 unfortunately deceased a few years ago. The PBB was inspired by the invention of the American group Lytton, used for military communications. François Mizzi created the Micro-Archi company with his brother Pierre in the early 80s.
We meet a Japanese at his place. This Japanese is called Shoishiro Shimoda. He is an absolutely brilliant man, with whom we exchange a lot of things. It is in 1993, 94, 95, and every year we meet and we discuss. We discuss with him the creation of a cryptocurrency, and at the same time of means of exchange, which are means of exchange which escape any control. And that's how, little by little, we come to discuss what we call today the blockchains. There is a very important character in the history of cryptocurrency, called Satoshi Nakamoto. He is a myth. He is a mythical character, because he is the one who in 2008 will create what is called the white paper of the cryptocurrency. And it is he who, a few months later, will create the first blockchain. On January 9, 2009, he launched the first program that will create the first blockchain.
Nakamoto disappeared. There is even a question if he is alone, or if it is several people.
Exactly, it's a myth. Mr. Shimoda happened to be talking every day, and we could hear him, with this famous Nakamoto. Shimoda talked every day with, in quotes, the one he presented as Nakamoto. One wonders whether Shimoda was not one of the members of the group himself.
Well, I don't understand anything. And then what do we say?
What's very surprising is that all of a sudden in 2016, we get a series of very curious messages that say, Bogdanoff equals Nakamoto. And people started fantasizing that we were Nakamoto.
And so you are, right?
Bogdanoff laughs.
You came to tell us that you are Nakamoto.
And so, a photo that has become famous, because it has been seen more than 1,250,000,000 times. It is Grishka who is on the phone, and today we imagine
Even if with the Bogdanoff brothers reality is often overtaken by science fiction, it would be necessary to find the program Temps X where it approaches the subject of a digital cryptocurrency and information on the famous Soishiro Shimoda, who would have been in contact with the Nakamoto group, and why not be part of it himself.